What's up, y'all? All right, I heard y'all saying that y'all want to get into real estate. You want to get into real estate? You want to be the landlord? Well, just know that it's things that you have to go through whenever you're dealing with tenants. One thing is getting them out of your place or an eviction. Now, this goes for if the girl is living with you, the dude is living with you, you can still evict them, right? If you don't want that man in your place, instead of just calling the police and making a big deal, just serve him with the eviction notice. So, one thing that I wish I would have learned more before I started this whole journey was the laws to eviction. So a lot of us, we want to be like, man, this is my spot. You can get up out of here, kick them out, change the locks and all of this stuff. But it do not work like that. You will be in the wrong if you try to kick somebody out of your house like that. So it's a process that you have to go through with the courts to get people out of your house when you're trying to evict them. So I want to go through this process with you, and maybe I can help you like I wish somebody would have helped me. So the first thing you got to do is when they don't pay their rent or whenever the lease is up and you're ready to get them out, you have to give them a 3-day notice. You put a 3-day notice on their door, all right? You have to give them time. So if they owe rent on the 1st and it's the 5th, like your lease say, you give them to the 5th and then you post the notice on their door, right? Post it on their doorway. It's called a notice with a cure or quit. And what that means is they need to pay you your money or quit the lease. That's in simple terms what a notice to cure to quit mean. And I'm gonna post some of these on my website and let y'all get it for free. You know, it's www.FromPrisonToProperties.org. So all of the contracts, all of the notices that y'all need, it's gonna be on my website. So with a notice to cure or quit, what that means is that you basically giving them the acknowledgement that they being evicted or they being kicked out of the crib, and only thing that goes on it is who's not supposed to be at the premises no more, the address, how much they delinquent in their rent, and when all of this took place. So if it's the 5th of the month, you post it on their doorway, and then that's not it. You have to send them a certified copy, and you also have to send them a regular copy. So it's going to be 3 copies that you send out. You're going to post one on the door, send one certified mail, and then send one regular mail. So this happens on the 5th day. You give them 3 days plus another 4 days to get the mail. So after 9 days, then you can take it to the court. So you post it on their door on the 5th. You give them a couple of days for them to get the mail, and then they have 3 days after that to pay you. And then you can go to the courts and file what's called a forcible entry or detainer. I'm here in Iowa, the Scott County Courthouse. They will help you with it. It's clerks at the courthouse that show you the whole process. It's a book there that just run through it. I go more into that in one of my YouTube videos, but for right now, I just want to give you the overview of it. So after you give them their time and they don't pay, you go down to the courthouse and you file it. It's like a $90 filing fee to get them out of your crib. And then you have to have the sheriff serve them with an eviction. So you can't just be like, oh, you got 3 days, get up out of my crib. It don't work like that. So after you file it, you're gonna send the certified copy and your receipt along with the exact notice that you sent your tenant. You're gonna put all of that into the computer system. You can do it online, you can e-file, and after that, then you take all of that to the sheriff's office, let them know what's going on, and the sheriff gonna cost you about $50 to come through and do what's called a sit-out. And what that means is after you went to court, they didn't pay you, you went to court, they were evicted. Now the sheriff have to come with you for you to be able to sit their stuff out on the curb. So it's a whole process. The whole thing take about 3 weeks, almost a month. So when you trying to get into real estate, just make sure you screening your tenants so you don't get bad tenants. An eviction goes on their record. So most people that care about their record, they don't want an eviction on there. So they'll hand you the keys over so you don't have to go through this process. But some people just won't. One of my tenants I was dealing with, she was like she wasn't on the lease. She was just staying there, and then her boyfriend had moved out. I let her stay there, and she went through some hard times where she couldn't pay me, and she didn't want to leave. So I had to go through this process. I messed up the process, so it took a whole extra 3 weeks for me to get her out because I didn't know what I was doing. I called the lawyer. The lawyer said he wanted $300 just to talk to me, but it's a simple $150 process where you can get them out of your crib. You will lose a month worth of rent because it takes so long, but as long as you got your down payment, the security deposit, that should cover it. But with that, you know, it's still a lot more legal issues you got to go through. So maybe you can sue them. You can find out where they work, and it'll be garnished out of their paycheck. That's another route. But for the most part, you just want them out of your house so you can start making money with your property again. But this was just a simple little breakdown I wanted to give y'all, just showing y'all some stuff that landlords go through. So it'll be more to come.